This interview today is with Mr. Ed Marshall of Willis Wharf, Virginia. He's lived there for or perhaps most of his life, and he's going to tell us about some of his experiences there and also on nearby Hog Island. So, Ed, maybe we could go back and just, you could talk a little bit about growing up there.
Okay.
Were you born in Willis Wharf?
Was born in Willis Wharf.
What year was that?
1929.
1929. And you grew up there?
Grew up there.
Okay. How about school?
Went to school, started school on Hog Island, and went about a half a year, and wound up graduated school in high school, Northampton High School.
In Northampton High School, eventually graduated. Now, your parents had lived in Willis Wharf for some time before that?
Right. They lived in Willis Wharf, and somewhere around 1935 they moved to Hog Island. My father was in service in the Coast Guard there.
Okay.
And that's one reason they moved over.
That was around 1935?
Somewhere around 1935, yeah.
Uh-huh. Okay.
And of course I started in school somewhere around that time.
Mm-hmm.
And we lived on there approximately 2 years.
And were you out there on the island for about 2 years?
About 2 years.
About 2 years?
Mm-hmm.
Now, when you were out on the island, did you go to school on the island?
Yes, I did.
Mm-hmm.
I went for about, I think we went about 6 months.
Mm-hmm.
And then we moved from there.
Oh, then it was moved to Willis Wharf?
No, we moved to Watchaprig.
Oh, it was moved to Watchaprig.
We moved to Watchaprig. And then later we moved back to Willis Wharf.
Oh, I see.
So.
Well, when you were out on Hog Island, you were in that, when you went to school there, you were just in that one-room schoolhouse. Is that correct?
I believe it had, I can't remember, it was one or two, but it wasn't too big.
Mm-hmm. How many students were there at the time? Do you remember that?
No more than 5 or 6, I don't think.
5 or 6?
Probably about it.
Uh-huh. What was your father's position in the Coast Guard?
He was a boatsman's mate.
Mm-hmm. Where did he start out? Where was his first assignment?
Hog Island.
Was it Hog Island? Mm-hmm. Really? Mm-hmm.
And he retired from there.
And now, did he have anything to do with the lighthouse there?
Not really. During the war, the Coast Guard took over the lighthouse and they used it to stand watches there.
Mm-hmm. And do you remember how many men they had at the station?
I can't remember, but I would say anywhere from 12 to 14, something like that.
12 to 14.
Mm-hmm.
And that probably changed a lot during the war.
During the war, they had probably more men than that, but on the average, it was somewhere around 12 to 14.
12 to 14.
Mm-hmm.
Did they put out any substations on Hog Island, do you recall? During the war for sort of a lookout?
They patrolled the beach with dogs also.
With dogs,
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
But that was, as far as I can remember, that was about it.
Okay. Now, was he at the north end of the island? Were you at the north end or the south end?
South end.
The south end, okay. Was there a station at the north end at the time?
It was.
Well, that was a separate crew, is that right?
It'd be a separate crew for that
separate
station.
crew?
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
It was approximately 5 miles apart from one station to the other.
Mm-hmm. And you actually lived there on Hog Island for, what, about 2 years?
Approximately 2 years.
Uh-huh.
Mm-hmm.
And tell me a little bit about growing up there, what you did there on an average day. let's say when you were not
Well-
when you were not in school?
I don't think it was anything too great, but if we seen horses coming down the road, I'd open the gate and let them in the yard, chase them around the house, try to catch one.
Horses. Uh-huh.
That was about it. There wasn't much going on.
There were wild horses out on Hog Island at the time? Mm-hmm. Now, you must have had a lot of other livestock out there as well.
Oh, they had cattle, had sheep that roamed the island.
Mm-hmm. Now, did you have your own house out there? Did they provide a house for you?
We rented a house from there.
Uh-huh. And did you have brothers and sisters?
I had two brothers. One is James Marshall, and the other one's Daniel Marshall.
Mm-hmm. Now, were they out there too with you?
Yes, James Marshall was about a year younger than I am, and Daniel Marshall was born on there.
Oh, okay. Now, did you have any boats that you played with at the time? Did you have any skiff, a little skiff, or?
No, not at that time. I was too young to be
Too young.
fooling around the water.
Too young for that.
Right.
Uh-huh. How about your brother? Was your brother older?
They were younger.
Oh, they were younger still. Mm-hmm. Okay. Now, did you ever go up in the lighthouse?
Yep.
Can you recall doing that?
Many times.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Right. Good long walk up them steps.
Do you remember who the lighthouse keeper was at that time?
At the time, the Coast Guard had it in charge, and a lot of times I'd go up with some of the boys that had watch on the lighthouse, and probably stay up there 2-3 hours or something like that.
Uh-huh. Okay. Well, there must have been some stories out there from those days.
I think it was a lot of stories, but I'm not familiar with those. I think most of those people have passed away had.
How about shipwrecks?
Not while I was there.
Out on the island. No, nothing you can remember, or any bad storms?
The worst storm I was there was in 1936. Where we lived, it come all around the house, but it didn't come in.
Mm-hmm.
But
Okay.
that was the highest storm that I knew there then.
Okay.
But the August storm of 33 was the worst.
Mm-hmm.
Now, we weren't living there at that time.
You weren't there, no. How many houses were left in town when you were there?
Hard to say, to tell you the truth, just how many was on there, I can't remember.
Mm-hmm.
I'd say it was probably maybe 50-some.
Mm-hmm. Well, that's pretty good. That's still a lot. Mm-hmm.
I'm not sure just what it was.
Do you like to fish?
Oh, I don't mind it, yes.
Yeah. Did you go out there fishing quite a lot?
Yeah, I have. When I was a kid, I used to go out with my father fishing.
Mm-hmm. How about clamming?
Never done too much climbing.
Uh-huh.
I was a little bit too young for that at that time.
Now, after a couple of years, your father was assigned to Wachapreague.
No, he still stayed at Hog Island.
Oh, he stayed
We
at...
just moved off. I couldn't tell you why, but I think my mother wanted to move off.
Right. So he spent his whole career at Hog Island then?
Pretty much, yes.
Uh-huh. And so you moved to, you went to Wachapreague, is that right? You lived in Wachapreague?
I lived in Wachapreague, yeah.
Uh-huh. And then did you move back down to Willis Wharf at some point?
Probably about maybe 2 years later, something like that.
Oh, okay.
And Been in Willis Wharf ever since.
Uh-huh. How did you happen to move up to Watcher Creek? Do you have any idea?
I don't know why. I just think my mother wanted to get off the island, or for some reason, I don't know why.
Maybe find a place where there was a little more activity.
Well, it could have been, yes.
Sure.
Right.
Mm-hmm. And then you moved. After a couple of years, you moved back. You moved down to Willis Wharf. Is that right?
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. And now I imagine you went out to the island pretty often, since your father was out there.
Yes. A lot of times I go down and stay a whole week at the station.
Mm-hmm.
After we moved off,
Uh-huh.
And
Did he still rent a house there, or did he stay at the station?
stayed at the station.
And you were able to, as his son, go and stay at the station as well?
That was allowed then.
It might not have been allowed.
I don't know about the regular Coast Guard headquarters, whether they like it or not. But there was quite a few families that went down and stayed a week or so at the station.
Oh, okay.
At different times. And
Mm-hmm. They probably had a facility for them, or
they had extra rooms.
some place to stay. You were older then,
Yes.
and this was probably during the warmer months. You probably didn't go out in the winter time.
Mostly summertime, yes. Right.
Mostly summertime. Now, how did you get out there? What was your transportation?
They had a boat that run from Willis Wharf to Hog Island,
Mm-hmm.
and it carried the mail and passengers back and forth.
Mm-hmm.
And some cases, if the boat wasn't running or it was broke down, the Coast Guard took care of it.
Uh-huh. What was the name of the boat?
I couldn't tell you. I couldn't tell you.
Jerry, would this have been the
Would you know,
Dorlina?
Jerry?
Was it on the Dorlina or?
Dorlina?
No, Darlene never did make any runs. I couldn't say what the name of the boat was at that time.
I'd like to introduce Jerry Doughty, who will join us for a while during the interview, and he will be asking some questions as well.
Okay, Ed, this is your father, Mr. Neville Marshall, and could you tell me some, like the circumstances of this picture, which I think is one, we have this upstairs in the museum, and some of his experiences.
Can't tell you too much, not on his experiences, because I think everything was pretty well normal, run.
How about the food for the Coast Guard guys? Because you were telling me about the thing about one time I had this thing about making the beans so that, so hot that nobody dared complain about it.
The food was usually, I'd say, above average. I do remember one time a fellow that used to be in the Coast Guard, and my father said that he liked to have a lemon pie, and he just kidding around because he knew it wasn't a lemon on the island that he could make the pie. But he said my father had made him the best pie he ever ate.
What were some procedures that they would have to follow in a storm?
You got me. I don't know. I can't answer that. I wouldn't know.
You may have remembered some of their practices because they had to practice weekly. They might have had to shoot that cannon.
They probably did it at a certain time, but I never did see it done.
All right, were tourists still coming over to the islands in the 1930s?
Yes.
Was there any particularly important person that came?
Not that I can recall. A lot of times there'd be a boatload of people come over for days outing on the island, from the mainland.
I understand they had 4th of July, these big picnics and baseball games.
They could have, but I wasn't around that.
Did they stay overnight on the island, the tourists?
They usually left They didn't stay.
Were there any accommodations out there for
No accommodation.
tourists at that
Not
time?
not for that.
No little guest house or
Not unless it was a
hotel.
relative or something they could stay with, but
right, a friend? Okay.
there was no accommodations actually for them.
Mhm.
All right, tell us something about when they finally decided to move these buildings off. What was the procedure that they used to move the buildings that could be moved off of Hog Island, particularly after the 33 storm?
They would jack them up and move them towards the creek and put them on what we call monitors or barges and bring them in. Most of them came into Willis Wharf.
How did they get them up on the beach to where they were to be?
That I can't answer because I wasn't there at the time they started moving a lot of them.
Do you remember what year? Do you remember what year, Ed, they started moving the
They
houses?
probably started in somewhere in 38s and all in there,
38.
I would say.
Mm-hmm.
Well, because we have this picture here of Willis Wharf, probably taken around 1930, and I don't believe I recognize any Hog Island houses on that.
I think Gall and Doughty's house was the first one ever moved off of there. Isn't that right?
Right. And do you remember when Bill Russell blew up the Hog Island landing?
Yeah, I remember at the time, yes. But we weren't living on the island at the time.
By what time of the day did Bill Russell usually do his work?
I would be afraid to say I don't know. I'm not up to date on that.
What's about the monitor here? I believe this is a monitor.
No, that's a fishing.
All right.
That's
This is a photograph of
That's,
a.
No, that's right. That's not the monitor. I remember they were building
That's
one
a,
all the time.
boat owned by Walker, what they called a pound boat.
Oh, a pound boat. Oh,
That's
really?
one of the pound boats, yeah.
Could you describe pound net boat fishing?
Beg your pardon?
Could you describe pound net boat fishing?
What little I know about it, they had nets set up back at the beach, and they would leave from Willis Wharf every morning and go fish them. And
And they were all inside the islands, all of the nets.
no, they're on the back of the beach.
I mean, on the beach facing the
The
mainland.
beach was the nets would be back of the beach.
So-
I mean, in the ocean.
In the ocean.
In the ocean, right?
Oh, okay.
And they fished them every day,
Mm-hmm.
except maybe the holidays or Sundays or something like that. But
Mm-hmm.
I think they went out pretty well every day during the week.
Mm-hmm. How many boats were there that
I'm not actually sure, but Ballard, the Walker brothers, they had, what, 6 or 7 or something like that?
6 or
maybe.
7 boats?
And maybe Ballard had 7 or 8 or something. I don't know exactly.
Mhm.
I mean, it was a good bunch of boats.
Mm-hmm. What kind of fish did they bring in?
Just about anything you might want. I couldn't tell you just what they had, but,
Mm-hmm.
and I've seen the boats loaded right to the brim back
Really?
at that time.
Now, were these all boats with an engine?
Right.
I assume they had power.
Yeah, these are powered boats,
Mm-hmm. Do we have any pictures of those, Jerry?
right there.
Is this one
one
here?
Here's one,
Oh,
I'm not
okay.
confused
and here's
about the
one here.
monitor.
Now, the monitors, I don't have any pictures of them.
I remember the building one down there on the waterfront one time, but
Oh, yeah. And these did have an engine in them?
Oh, yeah.
Uh-huh. Oh, okay, so they motor out, fill it up, bring it back. Now, were there, the men who worked on the boats, did they live in Willis Wharf? Were there camps down there?
Some of them did, but a lot of them lived in and around Exmoor, up and down the road, different places.
Mm-hmm.
you remember Mr. Will Johnson?
Oh, yeah.
Can you tell me about Mr. Will Johnson?
Not too much. Only thing, he had a store in Willis Wharf, and that's about.
Did you enjoy his candy counter?
Oh yeah, right.
What kind of candy do they have there?
I think a little bit of everything in the penny line.
Can't get penny candy anymore.
I don't know where to find it.
Today, the waterfront at Willis Wharf looks quite different. It's hardly, in many cases, hardly recognizable from what it was when I was a child. What are your opinions on that?
It has changed a lot, quite a bit.
Did you ever go in this? Walkers?
Oh yeah. Yep.
What were the procedures for shucking?
What is this picture, Jerry?
That's
The Walker
that's
packing house?
Walker's packing house.
Uh-huh.
How did they do that?
I'm not that experienced in that. Just what the system was, or how I know how it works just about, but I don't know too much about it.
This photo's got a model, looks like a Model T Ford in it. Maybe a Model A.
Could have been Model T.
Might have been before your time, Ed. Actually, that's an old picture.
Could have been sometime around about when I was born.
Were there a lot of people working there at the time?
No, when they caught the fish, they carried them inside the house, and they put them in wooden boxes, iced down. And these trucks that you see lined up here would take them. Some, I guess, they shipped out some by rail, but then we had some trucks in Willis Wharf that used to haul them up north.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
About how many shucking houses did they have in Willis Wharf at one time?
I believe it was 3. Had the Walkers, the Ballards, and the Turries.
Mm-hmm.
About how many stores?
One time, I think it was 4.
And was there one for a while across the bridge?
I'm not sure about that.
And they bring the fish in the house. They probably clean the fish.
No,
in
the
house.
fish was shipped as
They weren't cleaned. So did they pack them on ice?
they packed them in ice.
Okay, so the ice will go in the boxes along with the fish.
Yeah, I think the boxes, they put them in wooden boxes about approximately 3 feet long, 2.5 feet long, something like that.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so it was iced down that way. Now, how about you probably couldn't take them too far. The ice would melt.
Well, they would ship them all the way up north.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know how far they went or where they shipped them, but
Maybe they got
they,
them.
they went out of state.
Maybe they put them on the train.
I think a lot of the oysters were shipped by train, but I'm not sure about the
Not sure about the fish.
fish too much.
Uh-huh. Okay.
Are all of these buildings going today?
I think just about everything, yeah, everything that was used to be there is gone.
All right, and this was all Ballard.
You had the Walker Fish House, Ballard Fish House, and then Terry had a place there.
Okay, now we don't see any of the Terry in this picture. I mean, I'm familiar with the Terry's, current place.
He was there at the time.
Do you remember the kitchens they had to feed for the pound that fish?
I remember seeing them outside, but I never did go in them.
I understand they had pretty good cooks there.
I think they fed them well because times were tight back there, and I think they fed them. And
These were in the fish camps.
before they left to go out early mornings, they were fed, and I think they were given their dinner when they came back.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
What was the first car that you ever had?
You mean me or my parents?
Or your parents? I mean, did you have one of these Model A or Model T
The
Fords?
one I can remember, the first one my father had was a Model T Ford.
Was that the one that you had to crank over? Do you have any stories about, because they were sometimes real fussy about being turned over and everything?
Yeah, I never heard him having any trouble, but I can remember my grandfather cranking one, kicking back at him.
I know when I broke my father's arm one time.
They would do that.
When did they pave the road into Willis Wharf?
All right, when I was a kid in Willis Wharf, it was a shell road all the way from Willis Wharf to Exmoor.
Yeah, I think we have that in the picture.
And then what year they put the paving down, I couldn't tell you.
Mm-hmm.
Do you remember the year they dragged the church down Willis Wharf Road to become Jeter Moore's?
Right. I don't remember when they moved it, but it was moved from where the Epworth Church is now.
Do you have any recollections of the boat building there on the waterfront?
Some. Jeter Moore used to do a lot of boat building.
Is some of his boats still around today?
Yeah. I know one, the one that was at the eventual slip up there. What's the name of it?
The Dorlina?
Dorlina. That's now running from Anancock to Tangier.
That's the
right.
Dorlina?
The Dorlina. What used to be the Dorlina is now running from Anancock to Tangier.
Yeah, it's the captain, it's called the Captain.
I forgot just what
Something
name.
or other.
Yeah, it's changed names.
My golly, well, that would have been built. When would that have been built?
Before my time.
Were there two Dorlinas? It seems like there was a Dorlina 1 or a Dorlina
It
2.
could have been, but I don't remember. I think you're right on it. It was one, but I don't remember.
Did they build any bateaus in Willis Wharf?
They built what they called a scow, and that was done by Victor Simpson. He built a lot.
Okay. No sailing boats that you can remember.
Not that I know of, huh?
So it was Victor Simpson's father built the scows,
Right.
and they had the blunt bow.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Do you have any stories about when you were in the Air Force?
Not too much. It was pretty average.
How did you get the bricks for your house?
Went around and picked them up wherever I could find them.
Tell me the story about one time you had to take the gun with you.
No, it seemed like every time I always got permission before I did anything. And I went to one place to pick up the bricks, and the guy came in, said they were his bricks. So I didn't argue with him. I said, okay. I said, I'll find out in a few minutes. I went back to the guy, asked permission. I said, is this the same place I'm talking about? That's where I'm getting these bricks? He said, yeah. I said, the fellow just came in and said they were his. He said, they're yours.
My gosh. And how about fishing later on? Have you done fishing off of Willis Wharf?
I never did too much fishing.
Never did
No.
too much fishing? Mhm.
I never did work on the water or anything like that. just private.
Do you have a boat down there, scow or anything like that?
I do have a boat, but no scow.
No scow.
20-foot boat.
Did you have a Simpson scow at one time?
No,
No.
never did.
Now you went to school in Willis Wharf,
Right.
or was it an Exmoor? Was the school in Willis Wharf?
They were near the church area.
Oh, okay.
Went
And then to the high school, and then what did you do after that?
I went to work for a furniture company after I got out of high school, and I worked for them until I went in service.
Okay. And what year did you go in the service?
1954.
54.
I served about 5.5 years in service,
Uh-huh.
2.5 years overseas in Germany,
You were in the Air Force.
Air Force.
And what was your job in the service, your position?
I was in what we call commercial transportation. We handle all of the whole baggage and household goods and freight for the base. And then when after I got out of service, I went to work for security at NASA. And I worked for them for about 3 years. Just before I left NASA, they were planning a shot, a rocket from NASA. And I went up with the helicopter crew to recover the capsule. And we were up for about either a half hour or 3/4 hour ahead of the Atlantic Ocean. Watched the rocket shot from the island. The helicopters recovered the capsule, brought it back to mainland. That wound my day up.
How did they?
That was pretty interesting.
How did they do that? The capsule was down on the water.
They went over it, and hooked into the capsule.
Okay.
And just picked it up and
pulled it
brought
up.
it in. And that was the last unmanned capsule fired before the man went up. And the following week, the man went up. The way it was, if this capsule was successful, the man would go up the following week, and it was successful.
I mean, the man.
And the man that went up and came back down, and that was successful.
The man shot was from
Florida.
Kennedy.
Right.
Right. And
But see, a lot of your work was done at Wallops.
Isn't that interesting? Did Wallops do tracking? Any tracking for
Rockets.
these other shots? These
Oh,
rockets?
Yeah. Yeah, right now they have quite a pretty good tracking system there.
They probably track satellites there too. Satellites there.
They
Sure,
have done
they-
it, yes.
Okay. And when you were at Wallops, your detail was security, so you weren't really around the rockets
Oh, yes.
that much, or were you?
We were around them all the time.
Around them all the time.
Especially when, at the end of the day, when everybody going home, and then the weekends, we had a lot. We checked different things in the rocket rooms to make sure everything was going all right, and also for security purposes. Yeah, I've been a many night. I sit by the capsule all night. That was my job at that time.
Really?
Just make sure nobody came in and bothered it. Quite a bit of work went into that stuff.
Did they have some other shots prior to that one with the capsule?
Oh yeah,
or-
they always had some type of shot going up. I mean, different things.
They didn't send any satellites off, though, did they, when you were there?
Tell you the truth, I'm not sure where they were, but I'm not sure on that. I can't say.
Mm-hmm.
I'm pretty. They had some pretty big shots, and I might be wrong, but they might be had something to do with some satellites and stuff that they were testing.
Oh, okay, okay.
Oh, I've got some pictures from you, Ed, that shows the waterfront of Willis Wharf when they had the Ash Wednesday storm. About how far did the tide come up in that?
You mean in the town?
In the time?
Along the edges, it was fairly high. Where my mother lived, it come up to the top doorstep, and that's got about 5 or 6 steps up.
But how long did it take for it to recover, clean up the waterfront?
I really don't know. I don't think it took too long because the Ash Wednesday storm wasn't as bad as the August storm. But the Ash Wednesday storm was next to it, I think.
Mm-hmm. Do you remember any of these bateaus that they sailed out of Willis Wharf in the old days? They used to race them.
No,
Sailing races.
I don't remember that.
There was one called the Janie,
No, I don't.
and
That was before my time.
one called the Sadie.
I don't think there was too many sailboats around at that time.
The Janie
I think
was lost in the Ash Wednesday storm. Actually, that was her.
Ash Wednesday storm, where was that located?
She was in Willis Wharf, or somewhere in the vicinity, and she that broke it up, and that was the end of it. And she was built probably turn of the century, what before your time, but.
I don't remember that.
Mm-hmm. Ben Doughty built her.
Who?
Mr. Doughty, Ben Upshur Doughty.
Oh,
Doughty.
okay.
He died in the 20s. He's not exactly what my dad is or anything like that.
Yeah. So there were no sailing vessels around the time when you were growing up.
Not that I remember, no.
Uh-huh.
Everything had gone into engines.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
How about rowboats?
There were some, but not too many.
Not too many. Mm-hmm. Was Victor Simpson the only builder in town? I mean, there was Jeter Moore, there was Vic Simpson.
Right, I think they were 2 to man ones, best I can remember.
Did Mr. Reagan build boats?
He had a railway there at that time, but I don't remember just what he did. I can't say.
Mr. Reagan, what was his first name?
Wouldn't have been Emmett Reagan, was it?
I think so.
I think it was Emmett Reagan.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Well, maybe he did repair work. Now, where was the railway?
It was one there beside of the Walker Fish House, and then across the bridge there was one.
Mm-hmm. Who ran the one across the bridge?
That would have been Reagan.
Reagan? Mm-hmm. Okay.
When did they tear down the shacks down there where the shuckers used to stay?
I can't remember.
Used to be a long line coming down the road.
Right, yeah. But I don't know what year they done away with it.
Mm-hmm. Tell me about the clam house that they had.
You mean?
And the problems they had with it.
Oh, you mean the American original?
Yes.
I don't know what to tell you. What you want to know? Maybe I can help you that way.
Well, I mean, you knew when you were entering Willis Wharf.
They were doing a big business in the big clam deal, and They didn't keep, I would say they didn't keep their when they hauled the shells out, keep it, the smell down. We were having problems with it.
Mm-hmm.
And but they were doing a big business there at one time. It seemed like. Well, I think we had somewhere around. I think they had somewhere around 250 people employed there
Really?
at that time.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that was in the old Ballard building.
That was in the Ballard building.
Mm-hmm. How many boats did they have? Do you remember?
They were using trawlers back then. They had a few coming to Willis Wharf, and then they used to truck a lot of stuff in.
Oh, they trucked clams
They
in.
trucked clams in there and shucked them and
I see.
sent them out again.
Mm-hmm.
Tell us about when they put the new harbor in at Willis Wharf.
Well, I thought it was a nice thing when they put that in there.
Weren't you in on the committee that did that?
Not then, no. No, we needed one there, and it was real nice that we got it.
Mm-hmm.
And then after a few years, it filled up with mud. No money to dig it out, so they said.
Mm-hmm.
So we decided to write some letters and get the Coast Guard and some of the other branches of service that use it, write letters, and got the people, local people to sign petitions for it.
Mm-hmm.
And within 30 days after we did that, the harbor was being dug.
Times have changed.
So that was pretty quick.
My gosh.
About how long does it take for a channel like that to silt up? Yeah,
Approximately, probably 10, 12 years.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know exactly, but somewhere around 10, 12 years.
What year did your father move off the island? What did he retire off of Hog Island? Do you
He
recall?
retired somewhere, let me see. Could have been, I can't remember exactly, but it's probably 52 or 53.
Mm-hmm. Okay. And then did he do something else after that? Did he pick up another job?
He worked in seafood after he retired for a few years.
Mm-hmm. Did he work for one of the companies?
No, he worked for himself,
Mm-hmm. Was he a broker or
selling seafood.
selling? Mm-hmm. Okay. So we buy the fish at the wharf and then
Right.
and then sell it. Mm-hmm. Okay. Well, Jerry, I don't have any more questions. Ed, is there anything you'd like to tell us?
I don't know of
in particular
anything.
about Willis Wharf. in the
Might
old
be
days?
something I can't think of, but that's about it.
Well, Ed, we thank you very much and appreciate you coming down.
Right, thank you.
This has been informative.